exciting news just came in yesterday. It's all about Mark Cuban, a super rich guy who owns the Dallas Mavericks. But guess what? He's actually selling the team. Can you believe it? Who's buying and why now? Let's uncover the scoop. Cuban, a well-known figure in the world of basketball and beyond, had been the face of the Mavericks for 23 years since he bought the team in 1999. His passionate ownership style, hands-on approach, and unwavering dedication to the team had earned him admiration and respect from fans and players alike. He's selling most of it to a lady named Miriam Adon and her family. Big changes are happening. So what prompted Cuban to make this decision? To understand the real reasons behind Cuban's move, we need to delve deeper into the history and evolution of the Dallas Mavericks under his ownership. Cuban's journey with the Mavericks began in November 1999, when he decided to purchase the team for $285 million. As a passionate fan and season ticket holder, Cuban couldn't bear to see the team struggle both on and off the court. The Mavericks, at the time of his purchase, were far from being a competitive force in the NBA. They had a dismal record, and their lackluster performance had earned them the reputation of being one of the worst professional sports franchises. However, Cuban saw potential where others saw failure. He believed that with the right resources, dedication, and vision, he could transform the Mavericks into a winning franchise. From the very beginning, Cuban made it clear that he was not just a passive owner interested only in the financial aspect of owning a sports team. Instead, he was fully committed to making the Mavericks successful both on and off the court. Under Cuban's ownership, the Mavericks underwent a dramatic transformation. He invested heavily in the team, not only financially, but also emotionally and strategically. Cuban's hands-on approach was unparalleled, as he became a fixture on the sidelines during games, attended practices religiously, and even interacted with fans directly by making his email address public. Cuban's efforts paid off, and the Mavericks experienced unprecedented success during his tenure. In 2011, the team won their first and only NBA championship, a historic moment that marked the pinnacle of Cuban's ownership. The championship victory not only brought glory to the Mavericks, but also solidified Cuban's reputation as a visionary owner capable of leading a team to greatness. Beyond their on-court success, the Mavericks also thrived off the court under Cuban's leadership. The team's home arena, the American Airlines Center, became a fortress where sellout crowds cheered on the Mavericks for 935 consecutive games, setting a record for the longest and most active sellout streak in NBA history. Cuban's commitment to providing fans with a world-class experience contributed to the team's popularity and cemented their status as one of the league's elite franchises. Despite their achievements, Cuban's decision to sell a majority stake in the Mavericks signals the start of a new era for the team. The reasons behind this move are multifaceted and reflect the changing dynamics of the sports industry and Cuban's own personal and professional priorities. Firstly, Cuban's decision to sell may be driven by a desire to usher in fresh perspectives and leadership within the organization. After 23 years at the helm, Cuban may feel that it is time for new voices and ideas to guide the Mavericks into the future. By bringing in new ownership, Cuban is signaling his willingness to embrace change and ensure the long-term success of the team. Additionally, Cuban's decision to sell may also be influenced by financial considerations. While Cuban has been a dedicated owner who spared no expense in supporting the Mavericks, the financial landscape of professional sports has evolved significantly since he purchased the team in 1999. The rising costs associated with running an NBA franchise, coupled with changes in the media and entertainment landscape, may have prompted Cuban to reevaluate his investment in the Mavericks. Moreover, Cuban's decision to sell may also be driven by personal reasons. As a busy entrepreneur, an investor involved in various ventures outside of basketball, Cuban may feel that he no longer has the time or energy to devote to owning and operating an NBA franchise. Selling a majority stake in the Mavericks would allow Cuban to focus on other priorities while ensuring that the team remains in capable hands. In addition to his success in business, Mark Cuban gained notoriety as a participant in the television program Shark Tank about entrepreneurship. Now in its 15th season, Cuban declared that the following one will be his final one. After 12 years, Cuban left the show for a number of reasons, eventually stating that he wanted to spend more time with his family. With a $6.2 billion net worth, Cuban has made over $20 million in investments across 85 deals over the course of 111 Shark Tank episodes. My 3 children are 20, 17, and 14 years old. They are rapidly approaching the age at which they will live independently, Cuban emails. I want to try to have my summers to spend family time with them before they want to talk to me even less than they do today, he said. So this could also be the reason with Mavericks. Picture this. The year is 2022, and the Mavericks find themselves on the cusp of greatness once more as they charge into the Western Conference Finals, breaking through the barriers that had held them back since their glorious championship run in 2011. It's a moment of triumph for the team, but also for the legions of fans who have stood by them through thick and thin, thanks in no small part to the unwavering dedication of one man, Mark Cuban. Cuban's journey with the Mavericks has been nothing short of extraordinary. From the moment he took the reins of the team, he poured his heart and soul into transforming them from a modest $285 million franchise into a basketball powerhouse valued at a staggering $4.5 billion by Forbes. But for Cuban, it was never just about the numbers. It was about putting on a show, about bringing the magic of the game to life in every slam dunk, every buzzer beater. Dallas Mavericks basketball isn't just a sport to Mark Cuban, it's a spectacle, remarked Dirk Nowitzki, a living legend in his own right. And indeed, Cuban's larger-than-life persona and boundless enthusiasm have helped elevate the Mavericks into more than just a team. They've become a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of hope and resilience for fans around the world. But every story has its twists and turns. And for Cuban, the latest chapter comes with a shocking revelation. After 23 years at the helm, he has decided to part ways with the Mavericks, selling a majority stake in the team to Dr. Miriam Adon and the Adon family, owners of the world's largest casino company, Las Vegas Sands. The news sent shockwaves through the basketball world, leaving fans and analysts alike scrambling to make sense of Cuban's decision. Why would a man who had poured his heart and soul into the team for over 2 decades choose to walk away now, at the peak of their success? As rumors swirled and speculation ran rampant, Cuban himself remained characteristically tight-lipped about the reasons behind the sale. But one thing was clear: this was no ordinary business transaction. This was a strategic move, calculated to position the Mavericks for even greater success in the years to come. For Cuban, it was never just about the game itself. It was about the bigger picture, the long-term vision of transforming the Mavericks into a global powerhouse. And in Dr. Miriam Adon, he saw a partner who shared that vision, someone with the resources and the expertise to take the team to new heights. But the sale of the Mavericks was about more than just basketball. It was also about the future of Dallas itself. Cuban had long been a vocal advocate for legalizing casinos in Texas, arguing that it would not only benefit the state economically, but also enhance its reputation as a premier destination for tourists and sports fans alike. Gambling is certainly a hook, but the real value to the state is to be a destination that people around the country and the world plan a year in advance to visit, Cuban declared. And with the Adon family's backing, he believed that dream was finally within reach. As the dust settles and the Mavericks prepare to embark on a new chapter under their new ownership, one thing is certain: the spirit of Mark Cuban will continue to loom large over the team he helped build. Though he may no longer be the owner in name, his passion, his vision, and his indomitable spirit will forever be woven into the fabric of the Dallas Mavericks. Mark Cuban's decision to sell a majority stake in the Dallas Mavericks marks the end of an era for one of the NBA's most iconic franchises. Cuban's tenure as owner was characterized by passion, dedication, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. However, Cuban's decision to sell reflects the evolving nature of the sports industry and his own personal and professional priorities. So as fans look to the future with a mixture of excitement and apprehension, one thing is clear: whatever the next chapter holds for the Mavericks, they will always be grateful for the unforgettable journey they shared with one of the most iconic figures in sports history, the one and only Mark Cuban. Do comment your thoughts on this. Don't forget to like, share, and and subscribe for all the latest basketball content. Until next time, keep ballin'.